reminded me the other day of what I said when she told me she was pregnant. I was playing something with Paul online upstairs. I can't remember what I was playing. And we got about half an hour in and we planned it all week, you know what I mean? And she came upstairs and she went, "You better ask your boss for a pay rise, Neil." And I went, "Why?" And she showed me the pregnancy test and I went, "Paul, I'll speak to you tomorrow. I'm going to have to go." And then I turned around to her and I went, "You had better be fucking joking." Alas, she wasn't. He can almost talk, he can almost walk, but he can't fucking crawl.
He dropped him on his head.
No, Cheryl dropped him. And then I've got like a leather recliner in the sitting room, and she puts it right to the back, and then puts him in it, and she says he can't climb out. And I went, "No, I think he can climb out." And she went, "No, he can't really. You know, I've done it loads of times. He can't climb out." So first time I fucking did it, walked into the kitchen to do his bottles, and just said, "Wah!" Came back in, and he'd fucking thrown himself over the arm. He was alright though. Well, maybe that is why he crawls backwards. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, he's always been very alert. I mean, ever since he was born, from literally a few hours old, he could support his own weight on his legs, whereas most kids, it takes them a few weeks to do that.
Yeah.
And he was literally just stood up on your lap, and he's always been able to do that. And he's always been sort of obviously very alert of what's going on around him. Whereas when most babies are born, they just sort of lie there looking stupid, you know.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
And I think that's the problem. I think he gets so bored so quickly that if you lay him on his back in his cot, after about 8 seconds, he just thinks, "Hang on, I've got fuck all to do here, what's going on?" And just proper kicks off. But he's not supposed to have like a bottle of milk in the middle of the night anymore, and he fucking will not give that up. No chance. He'll wake up at 1 o'clock on the fucking dot screaming for his milk. And if you don't get it, there's fuck all you can do. I mean, the health visitor said don't try and battle him with it, you know what I mean? Don't try and leave him screaming all night. Because a lot of people say you should do that, you know. A lot of people say, "Oh, give them one good night of it," you know what I mean? And they'll soon realise you don't get them what they want. But the health visitor said, with Nathan, you'll give up before he fucking does. I don't think Christina's ever been in bed at 6:30 in her life unless she's been poorly. Because I'd rather she went to bed at 8:30 and didn't get up till fucking, 8 o'clock in the morning, rather than going to bed at 6:30 and waking up at 6:30 in the morning. The day Christina wakes me up at 6:30 in the morning is the day she'll have to explain some fucking bruises away at school. I don't know, it's like my dad and my mum, I don't think they were that regimented about it, but, I had a very strict upbringing, and Cheryl sort of doesn't believe in that strict an upbringing, and neither do I to some extent. I think a lot of it is unnecessary. But I also believe that, kids should show respect to their elders, but should also, have a cheeky sense of humour, and it's a balancing act. You don't want to break the spirit of a kid before they're an adult.
No.
It's not as if you're preparing them to work in an office 9 to 5 for the rest of their life in some horrible soul-destroying job like the one I've got. And kids respond very well to spontaneity as well. If, the favourite nights I had as a kid were when they just said, "Oh, sod it, we'll get a takeaway," or, "Let's go for a drive," and we ended up at fucking Brimham Rocks at 7 o'clock at night on a Friday. And they were the best times. It wasn't the times when it was like, right, dinner, homework, bed. It's like, oh, great, that's the same as every other fucking night of my life then.
Yeah.
They are supposed to be the best years of your life, and if your parents are living it for themselves, and they just want the kids out of the way in bed, which is what a lot of parents want,
Yeah, exactly.
then you're not doing the kids any favours, are you?